I want you to set the standard for your life and be very consistent with the standards that you set. And my standards were not set in stone. It was, if you do this, this is how I feel. And oh, if you apologize, it's okay. But at the end of the day, you have to be so set on your standards because people will take advantage of the fact that you don't have any. We go through life and we build relationships, we build friendships, we build situations, we have people that are a part of our life, right? If you allow people to shape the life around you for you, you will end up not loving your life experience. You'll end up dreading the fact that, certain people do certain things and it affects you, or certain people say certain things and it has an effect on you. And if you want to go anywhere in life mentally, if you feel like physically you want to go places and do certain things, then you have to have certain priorities and certain standards that are of value to you, that benefit your life and that don't subtract from your life. This all ties into you knowing your worth as a person. And a lot of times we go through life experiences that makes us second guess our self-worth, and just wonder, are we even worth it at all, right? But if you're a child of God, then you are set at a standard yourself. God has placed us and asked us to live a righteous life and to live a certain type of life. So there is an order in which things should be already. If God has a standard set for you, what makes you think that you shouldn't have a standard set for everyone or anyone who is a part of your life? And I'm not saying that you have to necessarily cut ties with friends or family members or your relationship. But if you set the standard and you make it known that this is something that you value, the people that value and love you will meet those standards already. If you love yourself, you'll want the best life experience for yourself as possible. You would want the life experiences you have to be good. You would want the people around you to enjoy and have these same life experiences. But if you are allowing certain individuals who maybe don't value the same things you value interrupt that, then you're just holding yourself back and you're holding these good experiences back around you as well. Boundaries are important because it draws the line. It makes it very clear that this is what I stand for. And as long as we're in connection, we're in relationship, then we value and we stand for the same things. I want you to be confident in your worth and know that there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't do these things. I don't talk this way. I don't say these things. I don't entertain this stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. And be confident in the fact that you have your own standards for your life. There's been a lot of situations that have come, or opportunities where I didn't see it fitting in my life. I didn't see how it made sense. I didn't see how it was on brand for me, or it went against everything that I stood for. You don't have to entertain situations or people that disrespect you or that degrade you or that disrespect your boundaries or your standards for your life. I don't want you to ever think that you have to lower the bar to make someone feel comfortable. I don't want you to ever feel like you have to dim your light to make someone else feel comfortable. God gave you your life for a reason. Don't try to lower your standards to make other people fit into your frame or to make other people feel comfortable with where they are in their life versus where God is taking you. I used to sit there and say like, oh, I'm not going to celebrate this moment because it doesn't make this person feel comfortable. Or I'm not going to say this because maybe this person doesn't want to hear my good news, or it doesn't make them feel comfortable in their situation. But at the end of the day, my certain values and my certain standards are set, and it took me a long time to get here. It really started happening when I realized all of the bad relationships and friendships that I was having. And once I went through those life experiences, I was like, hold on. I didn't like this. I didn't like this. That made me feel less than myself. This made me feel some type of way. I didn't like how they really said that or how they responded. Like, I went through so many different experiences where I literally sat down and took inventory of my life. And I was like, okay, if this is a repeating cycle, if this is a repeating thing, if this keeps happening, maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. I had to take accountability over my life and say, there has to be something I'm missing. There has to be something I'm doing wrong. What is it? And when I sat there and I thought like, oh, you don't have any standards for your life or your friendships or your relationships. You don't have any boundaries set. You don't have any non-negotiables. Like if a person just told you sorry, or if a person just did something and they slightly acknowledged it, then you're cool, like you just let it go. But it got to a point where I got tired of letting it go. I got tired of making excuses for people. I got tired of trying to see the good in everybody. I got tired of trying to make every situation work that was around me, or make every situation ideal, even though it felt like it wasn't. And it just showed me that I often tried to please people rather than trying to please myself. I would put myself on the back burner. I would put myself off to the side because I was more so worried about making sure this person felt comfortable and confident and good and all of these things. But what about me? Right? And sometimes you have to ask yourself, while you're doing all of these things for everyone else around you and you're making sure everyone else is good, you have to make sure you're good first. You have to make sure that within you, you feel whole, you feel complete, you feel good about what you're doing too. And if the people around you are not adding to your life and they're not benefiting you, they're not on the same page as you, then sometimes you have to distance yourself and allow those people to catch up, or allow those people to really identify those areas in their life in which they need to fix. Like, I can't fix people. I can't help you realize how to be a better person or how to do this better or any of those things. It's not my job. I will spend a lifetime trying to make sure I'm on track with what God has for me, and all of us will, because we're on a journey ourselves and we're developing ourselves every single day. So if I'm too worried about what you have going on and what God is doing in your life and how I can help you, reveal that to you, it's not my job. And I think that was also a boundary and a standard I have to set for myself, because I was like, you use too much of your brain capacity to worry about everyone else. You use too much of this to think about everyone else and what they got going on and how you can benefit them. But at the end of the day, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you cannot sit here and keep taking from your stash, your pile, your everything, and distributing it to everyone else. Before you know it, you'll look up and all your stuff is gone. Everything that you had is gone because you just gave it to everyone. Like, at some point, you have to set standards in your life and set those boundaries and be very clear and confident to everyone else, and not just everyone, yourself too, and realize I have to value me. I have to love me. I have to build myself back up. I have to build myself whole. And the only way I'm going to do that is with God. And God never told me to give from an empty cup or pour from an empty cup. No, God wants you to be whole. The blind can't lead the blind. So if you're over here struggling in your own ways and you're battling with your own things and you're going through your own situation, you're in no place to be over here trying to help fix everyone else. So set the boundaries for your life. Be very clear about the boundaries that you have to protect yourself and protect how you feel, and allow God to build you back up. And having those boundaries is going to help protect you, protect your heart, protect your mind, and just put you in a place of peace, because you're allowing people to steal your joy in every moment. You're allowing people to steal these moments that you want to have, or these situations that you value. But I want you to know that whatever it is and whatever situation you're going through, you have to have those clear boundaries set. And it will help you, literally. Like, I know this because I've gone through it. It's so important to your life and to your life experience. And, allow God to reveal that to you. What boundaries do I need to set? What areas am I weak in? What things do I need to have set in stone? Because the last thing that you want is for people to set the standard for your life.